Hi guys, Derpy Moose 99 here, back with episode 19 of Banished with megamod 8. Just a quick recap here. We're at 1,042 citizens. I have a feeling this is going to snowball fairly quickly unless we get three tornadoes come through or something. So I feel like we're getting near to our goal of 1,500. Just before we start everything going here, just got to de-derp a few things. So when I was adding the second food supplier, I decided to lower the firewood in the existing food supplier, and I wanted to type 500, but somehow I typed 5,500. So this is now sucking up all the firewood that we've got. So let's put that back to where it should be. All right, that was DDERP number one. The other one, not so bad over here, but as I was clearing out this little area for a housing cluster and our general store that we put in, um, I was being careful to avoid, cutting into this dense tree shack over here, but I actually cut into the gatherer's hut down here and the hunting lodge and all that kind of stuff. So not a big deal. There's some replanting going on and stuff like that, but we could definitely move this stockpile. And with the gatherer's hut, circle visible, and the hunters, yeah, we can see that if we want to put something else in here, yeah, it's probably not a great place to put an orchard. So maybe what we'll do is we'll put a barn in there and just mental note that we won't build a field down into that area. Because if you build an orchard down into an area, especially that's covered by the good old forester here, he'll happily cut down your apple trees and plant his own trees. So something to watch out for. Not not that I've made that mistake more than 10 times, but there you go. So put a little barn in there, and I think because we're not going to build a field over here, we'll put a stockpile here as well too. Yeah, so maybe even all the way across. So we'll go 12 by 3. And when that stockpile's in, we'll remember to shut that one down. And let's just clear a little bit of area. All right, there's an orchard coming in. Oh, and on the topic of orchards too, because our oh, where was it? Up here. Our red creamery actually can do yogurt, but cherries, peaches, and berries. So the next orchards I wanted to put in, I wanted to put peaches and cherries in. I forgot that. So something to keep in mind for the next group of orchards that we build. And what we might actually want to do, leave this guy on cheese and maybe even put another one of those in to make yogurt. Sorry, refined foods, and it was this guy. All right, we'll put that guy in there. And I think we're still short about a zillion and a half houses. And we can't get to 1,500 without more houses, so. Okay, let's run around a little bit and creamery, we'll leave that one there. Looks like we're out of flax. Let's just totally fill this up with houses. And then, oh, okay. Slight miscalculation there, but that's okay. I think I'll just put a general stockpile in. Okay, a few houses there. We'll leave that for, yeah, we'll leave that for industry. And I think we can put some more houses over here. Let's put some roads here just for alignment. Okay, that's a bunch of houses. Now we were thinking about doing some mines over here, so why don't we rough those in? All right, I think we have a stockpile, so let's just clear some stuff out of there. Okay, this circle goes out to here, so just to help some of that initial construction. Let's build some houses there. We'll keep an eye on these. Have a look. Okay, let's let it roll. Okay, there's a trader coming in. Oh, they do bring eggs to the food suppliers. I guess we were just unlucky at the start of the game, but we don't need that right now. Okay, so we were over 100,000 at the end of harvest. Let's see where we get to just before, say, the end of summer. That'll be the lowest food point will be just before the harvest is complete or done. Okay, let's just have a quick look in our inventory. Let's go by quantity just to see. Okay, 37,000 rice, 17,000 bread. So they must be eating the bread, but maybe it's a low choice on the preference because the fruit and stuff seems to be going. Okay, and the other thing we have to watch out for is homewares. Yeah, 0. So we need to watch these traders and change some of them over. The other thing we can do is we're set for 8 in construction. Let's actually go for 15 now that we're building a lot more houses. You know what, we should actually make it an equal number. If you've asked for 2 things like building supplies and homewares, if you specify an equal number, it'll just do 8 of one and 8 of the other. It's an odd number, you won't get an equal share, so to speak. All right, so that'll get us more homewares from the ones that come with homewares, but we'll switch some of them over. Or the ones that don't have homewares, we'll add them, I guess is the right way to say that. All right, so we got some more reed docks going in. Let's hope that we can stop seeing these symbols down here. Our fuel is actually over our 8,000, which is cool. Logs are under 8. Okay, keep an eye on that one. We might have to increase our purchasing limits again. Houses are slowly coming in. Oh, awesome. Now that's our new record. I think it was at 339 builders required with all the stuff I got going on. All right, there's our trade pigs from last time. Gonna be quite interested to see what happens there. Okay. Yeah, and our frustrated candle maker here because I'm not buying tallow. How are we doing in this warehouse down here? That's actually something we can do while we're waiting for everything to build is we'll do a warehouse and market check. Okay, you guys are okay. This town's getting pretty big, so why don't we go, let's go 12. And this little guy, he's still fine at 1. I think that's fine. go up to 8 on that one. And this one we're building a bunch of houses, so let's go to 8 there as well. X takes us here. This needs to be 12, I would think. And C. Well, that's only 4. Let's take that right to 12. Let's have a look here. Do we do that anywhere close to accurately? 61 or to 61? All right, our deep tin ore mines. They need lumber. Now I know we added another lumber mill. So we have 5 people working on lumber, 2 here. But I bet you we're not keeping up. Yeah, 10, okay. That's the other thing that we'll look for from our traders here. So let's redesign some of our trading requests. All right. Yeah, do you bring lumber? No, you do not. Okay. Okay, we increased our tool limit to 8 and added more blacksmiths, and that's slowly increasing, so I'll keep an eye on that. Okay, our reed farms are starting to come in. Our fire bundles are at... Okay. Lamp oil, flax. Yeah, we were out of flax, right? Okay, and the perfume. Say, what, 250? And do you take... Hit the right tab, buddy. Will you bring us lumber? No, you'll bring us homewares, though. I am going blind, but I don't see lumber there. Okay. I don't think I bought whale blubber in a while, but how is this guy doing? He's steadily pumping out the lamp oil. Let's do a candle lamp oil check here. 475 candles, 304 lamp oil. And these deep tin mines already have their lamp oil, so that'll keep us going for a while. Okay, more reeds. Oh, that was the other thing I was thinking about as well too. I think what I'm gonna do, we'll bring some more houses down here, I think. But our storage for the rice is still pretty far away from the actual farms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of these dock storage, large dock storage. Let's put them, we'll leave a little gap there. Let's put 2 of those in. So we'll have some close or relatively close storage, and then we'll have these for overflow. I believe if we fill all that up, then we'll be swimming in the stuff, so that'll be fine. Then we'll just take some more nomads, all good. All right. Okay, we're gonna go home, add homewares. Oh, there's lumber there too. Okay, we'll add those 2. And homewares is already there. We'll add lumber. Now that's probably enough traders to add lumber to, so now let's take these homewares here. What do we have? Perfume 1 and 1 and 6, I think. Ah, not even close. 7,600 logs. Okay. Okay, we'll add homewares. Stone, everything's good to go. Yeah, I don't think we have hazelnut. I wonder how many times I've said that. All right, you can go. How's our housing? We're not that far behind now. We're about 22 behind on houses. Which, considering where we were about 75 or so behind, that's not bad. Okay, we were going to go to yogurt when we got a chance to build more orchards. But you know what? Let's leave you on cheese for the moment. And then we can switch to yogurt. If we can get, I think, my preference would be to build cherries. Oh, actually, I don't have any orchards coming. Oh, there's something over there. Nope. Ha. All right, yogurt's going to be a while, guys. Squash, turnips. Pumpkins sound like fun. And I think we only have one raspberry field. Or you know what? We're going to do some canning, I hope. So let's do blueberries. Okay, and this is built, so we can get rid of this guy. Stop encroaching on our gatherer. Now I'm going to sneak a priority in here so we can start to get our canning operation going. Now, where do we want to do our canning? There's not really enough room here. This is reserved for coats. This is going to be pretty busy on the farms and the mines. Okay, I think what we need is another town center. We'll do some canning and some farming. Now, I did fix that, right? 500 there. 500 there, okay. And we're at 114,000 food, so you can go. Okay, I noticed I took a big dip on fuel there for the winter. 8,000 is not ridiculous. We'll go 10,000. How's that? Now, if we need more wood, yeah. How's our charcoal doing? Yeah, it's down to 1,000. We were up at 4,000 at one point, so. Okay, we have capacity for 2 more. Why don't we do that? We're not actually burning this anywhere yet. I was going to look at coal at some point. Tools are slowly growing. All right, there's more reeds. Now, I think that's all the reed farms we had scheduled for construction. So let's keep an eye down here. We're at our clothing limit. Who is cold and why? Oh, okay. So that was our hospital over here. So let's just take this one out and the physician will go work there. And once these houses here come up, that'll be relatively decent. Okay. Yeah, we used our priority on these guys, and nothing's happening because of lumber. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. So I guess as busy as these guys are making lumber, we're using it as soon as it comes out of the sawmill. So I was saving this room for maybe more perfume. This is kind of, I think it's handy to keep the sawmills around the port, where all the logs are coming in. All right, I think we could actually put another, yeah, okay, so that lumber yard we put in was only 2 workers. It looked cool, but it was only 2, so I think I'm gonna let's put a gray. Yeah, let's put that guy in. But we're gonna have to make sure that we have the proper kind of storage for them. So there's just enough room there for construction storage. And behind this, it's our stable, I think we'll put a little bit of a stockpile construction. Okay, so we'll do that for some additional lumber. So we can actually get some of these houses going. And we're going to watch our port here because we switched some of the traders over to bring us lumber. Now I don't think we can set up to auto buy lumber, or actually the category is the same as building supplies and homewares. So if we put 300 in that category, I don't think it distinguishes between buying lumber or buying building supplies, and the price is quite a bit different. So that would have some interesting consequences, I think. Okay, late winter after harvest, 106,000 food, that's not bad. Okay, these mills are, that's something we haven't looked at in a while, to see how our dairy's doing and how our mills are doing. So I'll just have a quick look at the warehouses here. We've got some milk, various bits and pieces. All right, 4,000 bread, 1,880 bannock, 5,000 bread, 5,700 bread. I don't see bagels or, oh, there's 17 muffins. So the bagels and the muffins are getting eaten pretty quick, but I guess we don't make very palatable bread. All right, so it does look like it's producing quite handily. Let's just check here and make sure we're not overproducing flour. 255, we're probably, it's not much of a surplus. Why don't we, let's cause some problems here. So rice, okay. Okay, these houses are all done. So like I said before, if we're stuck on lumber right now, but we can build the dock housing because they're basically just logs. Okay, flax we will always take. Tallow, not much, but some. 1650, so that will be 2, and a 0, and a 6. What math were you doing, son? Oh, wrong category. All right, math, wrong place. Okay. Okay, so still looking for lumber and homewares. this lumber is slowly going to our tin ores here, our tin mines. Oh, another trader coming in. Let's have a look to see what this guy. We're starting to get a little bit of slowdown, so maybe we need to go to 5 for a while. All right, orders. Let's add homewares and say thank you. Okay, so our number of logs in stock here is falling steadily. So I'm actually going to put this back to 2,000. And if that's overkill, well, we'll find out fairly quickly, I think. But we're going to bring more lumber production online. It's more houses, which means more firewood. And we're trading a lot of furniture, I believe. I don't believe we can actually keep furniture in stock. Yeah, 8. This is pretty jumbly here, but I wonder if we can sort of cram a few more in and not look too closely at the aesthetics of it all. Okay, we could power tool that. Somewhere like that. Might have been one too many, but I think it'll still be a happy thing. Okay, yeah. All right, so 2 more of those. And if we really want to get serious here, we get rid of this hospital, or maybe move it right up to the tip of the peninsula there. All right, so when things get slow, I'm not sure if 5 is better or go to 10 and live with it. Well, my CPU is pretty new, so why don't we give it a little stress test and see how it does. Log, coal, and stone. And we've got quite a few we converted to homewares. Why don't we add lumber to this guy? All right. Seeds. Company merchant. You're not even set up. Interesting. All right. Every visit from you. We don't want seeds. Bacon. Let's get some bacon. We've got lots of traders bringing whale blubber. We make our own fruit cake and nut bread. Candles we make. Let's go domesticated animals just in case we expand. Oh, here's an eggs, yeah. Flax we always want. Flowers, no way. Homewares would be good. And now the more we ask for, the less of each category they'll bring. So let's add lumber and then call that a request. All right, that was on every visit. Okay, goodbye and thank you. Okay, so I talked about this a little bit last time after I accidentally blocked the area here briefly. Is once we get to our target of 1500, I'm actually going to deliberately build a dock across here, and we can observe it and see what actually happens. So see if I'm right, or my memory's right, or if I'm actually full of it. So, okay, orders, homewares we've added. Let's add lumber. Okay. It's probably silly. We prioritize the mines, the tin mines, but we're short lumber. What we should probably do is prioritize the thing that makes lumber and the thing that stores lumber. How about that? Okay, what are we at here? 1152. All right, so that's 110 growth from last time. We're getting around our half hour, so let's run this a little more. Not the most exciting episode, this one, because we're short on the lumber, but let's at least get that fixed. And 93,000 food, okay. That's our late spring, okay. Now, if this starts diving below 50,000 food before harvest, just before harvest, then we'll start worrying about things a bit here. But I think we're going to have to add another central market and some farming. So I think between episodes, what I'll do is I'll scout around for that. This area down here doesn't look too bad. You know, if we wanted to nuke this very first forest node, come down here, build some farms. We've got a handy hill over here. We could actually build a few mines there, I'm sure. So farms down here, there's another spot for mines. So I'm kind of sentimental about the forest nodes, especially the first one, but you know, this produces enough for 12 or 15 people. This probably produces enough, you know, for another 6, 8, 10 people, that kind of thing. But if we do two 15 by 15 farms, that would probably outproduce this, though. That might be a thing for us to look at next time. So I'll think about that in between episodes. Okay, I want to get this actually. Here we go. There's our sawmill. Lumber. Let's go 3 of you. Construction limit is 2,000. Let's, if we ever get time for these guys to recover, let's build a big surplus here. Okay, woodcutters. Okay, I'm surprised I've... Interesting. We're only 13 houses short. So the lumber production we did have, I guess, was slowly building the houses for us. But come up here. Yeah, stuff's complete there. Okay, so this is more than the 13, but actually let's do all these houses over here. All right, so we have 100 builders and 172 are required, so maybe let's pump this up to 122 or 120. Oh, there's one of our tin mines. Cool. All right, that's another thing we can do in the next episode is start our tinneries. Now our choices here are tin ore and the tin requires furnace fuel. And this will go to a maximum of 6, so let's crank that one all the way up. And start getting some tin now to build our tinneries, which are these guys. We have a look here. They require 10 just to build them. Lumber and building supplies. Okay, so that's another thing we need to decide is where do we want to build all of that. Typically close to the farming area is not a bad idea. We're kind of using up most of our space here. Could do it up here. Yeah, that might not be a terrible idea. Add a few more houses over here and do our tinnery here. Okay, I want to keep this running here. What in the world has been stopped? Fuel storage. I bet you that's been stopped since like episode 2 or something. Dummy. Tools are slowly crawling up to the 800. Something to keep in mind, we've only got one spare blacksmith here, so. I think our flowers are still Still got the 10,000 there. Okay, that was our construction storage for the lumber. Okay. Hit the right one there, son. Okay, no lumber in this guy. So we'll just say thank you. Okay, logs are falling to 6. We did increase our purchase amount, so we'll leave that a little longer, see if it does anything. If this continues to fall, then we'll turn up our 4th industry supplier here. Okay, let's have a look here. Homers, how many did we buy? We bought 12, okay. And logs, coal is still good. Yep. All right, you can go. Thank you. All right, so that's starting to come around. Our lumber is probably still super low. 13, yeah. But stuff is getting built. I see our last 10 mines come up here. So let's do the same thing with this guy. Let's go 10 and 6 workers. That should start cranking things out. And then if 2 aren't enough, we got room to expand this way and then upwards. Should probably run this road all the way. Oh, that was unfortunate. You are going to have to be moved. Sorry. Bit of funky road work here. All right. So I guess the other thing we want to do is we want to get these houses built and see where we stand. We also, there's a couple of mines that are slowly being built over here as well too. Okay, let's have a look at our town hall just before we shut her down. We have 1,178 folks, which is pretty good. We haven't had a mass starvation yet. Education's edged up slightly from 86 to 88, although the clothing's gone down. So I gotta say, there's 3,000 clothes here. No reason not to have clothes. All right, guys, it's been Derpy Moose 99 here with episode 19 of Banished with megamod 8. Thank you very much.